Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for April 2018. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So let's jump into this. Okay, so for our first card, which is Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moons, and Scorpio Risings, we have the Judgment card. So this is like our cosmic wake-up call. Now, there's always a choice that we have to make, a decision, a choice when this card comes up. And typically, the choice that we make is one that is major. It can bring about a major life change. It can alter your destiny. But it's one that is also fated, so to speak. So sometimes we can have many of these life-changing decisions, and sometimes, we just have one or two. So definitely dealing with a huge choice. You've recently made a choice, and now we're progressing forward. To clarify, we have the Fool. So it seems that a lot of you have made this life choice, this huge choice to start over. Maybe you want to start over altogether with a clean slate. Maybe you're looking to start over when it comes to, say, romantic relationships. Maybe within your career. Maybe, within a friendship. Or just in general. Maybe you're just looking to start over, have a fresh start. And this is a type of start that it's one that can bring childlike joy and wonder. We don't know where the destination will end, but we're more than happy for the experience. So just make sure that you're making the right choices. Make sure that the new path that you decide to take is one that will be fulfilling for you in the long run. So, for circumstances, we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse position. So this is what I refer to as the emotional choices wish card. So you had an emotional choice to make. Which should I do? Who should I choose? Things of that nature. And since it's in the reverse position, you've already made a choice, and you made the choice that was best for you in your situation and your circumstances. And it's clarified by the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords can be a temporary truce. This is mostly a period of retreat. This can be a literal retreat from, the problems of life. Perhaps maybe you've been arguing with a friend or a lover, and you just haven't gotten anywhere, so you just decide to retreat so that you can think about things, calm down, and gather your thoughts. Now, for just a couple of you, this could indicate that some of you may need to have a surgery. So that'll resonate with a couple of you. Now, for most of you, you made your emotional choice, and now you've decided to retreat. And as I was saying before, this can be a temporary truce, so where you get a break. But then there's still a battle that you have to face after your period of retreat. So the problem could still be there. And this can also indicate that perhaps maybe you've solved the battle, and now you're just simply resting because it took a lot out of you emotionally, mentally, physically. It just may have exhausted you. Now, for some of you, this can indicate that you may be on vacation or will go on vacation. For some of you, this can just be simply done within the mind, you know. So either way, it's time where we take to ourselves so that we can rest, recover, gather our thoughts, get ourselves together, so to speak, especially on the emotional front. Now, for the focus, we have the Six of Coins. So the Six of Coins is about receiving some charity, some generosity from someone else. It's also known as a bonus. This is where someone, gives us some money or gives us some sort of help, on the financial end, maybe you need help making a house payment. Maybe you need help obtaining housing. Maybe you're simply falling short, on your finances in order to pay your bills. So this is definitely indicating, generosity, charity. So someone could potentially loan you some money. Someone could give you some money, or you could potentially inherit some money, but it seems like a need for someone's generosity or charity is definitely here. So we clarify, and we have the Five of Coins. So this can be financial or spiritual bankruptcy. It doesn't have to be. Every Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign is different. We're all living our own personal journey. All of our lives are different. We all want different things. We're not all going through the same exact thing. So yes, this can indicate that you may have fallen upon hard times. So you may be going through some very trying times financially, maybe spiritually, and for some of you, you could be going through some very trying times emotionally. This woman is literally holding a baby. She's standing outside of a church begging, holding a cup for money, and hence charity, being given money. Now, this card can indicate that you may feel like you were put out into the cold. So you may feel like someone, literally took advantage or had complete disregard for you and literally just put you out in the cold. You may feel like someone has iced you out of their feelings, so to speak. Someone could have literally thrown you out of your home. These are all many possibilities. And for some of you, you might just feel like you're down on your luck, but, thankfully, it looks like someone is willing to help. So that's a positive. Okay, so this is your recent past or the energy that is currently passing. We have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is about bringing messages that are of a romantic type of nature, or they could be messages that are encouraging. Sometimes the Page of Cups will be an offer from someone that wants to help you. And sometimes this can be messages of love. This could be receiving some sort of communication or messages from someone who's an admirer and likes you. Or someone could be reaching out simply to try to help you out. Now, we clarify, and we get the Six of Swords in the reverse position. So The Six of Swords in reverse is about you're in a difficult situation. Sometimes it can indicate that you're stuck, but you're really not as stuck as you think you are. I mean, certainly you would be stuck to a certain extent, but there's always a way out. Always a way out. And clearly there's definitely people that are willing to help. But sometimes this can indicate that we know that we're in a bad situation. We know that we should, be done with it and walk away. But yet we just keep postponing it, making excuses, rationalizations for why we haven't done so. And this could be about an individual. This could be a situation that occurs with another individual. Could be Pisces. Could be Cancer, Scorpio. Or this could simply be your energy and just indicating that you have been in a difficult situation that you've not gotten yourself out of. Now, most of the time, this can be done within the mind. And ultimately, what we want is to make it to the other side to find peace, so to speak. And while it's reversed, we're just pushing that peace further away because we're just kind of giving in, letting fear and all of that get the better of us. Like, well, I have all these circumstances working against me, which for some of you, that would be absolutely true. And then for others, you're just, making excuses. So don't shoot the messenger. You can fall on either side of that. Okay, so this would be the present energy, the here, the now. We have the Eight of Swords. So this would definitely indicate that fear is creating a mental prison. And so you really may be having a hard time making any decisions. You may be stuck in a period of indecision because fear is controlling your every thought. And fear paralyzes you. It keeps you in the same spot like a hamster on a wheel, running, but you're really making it nowhere. Fears, restrictions, creating yourself a mental prison. On a rare occasion, this can indicate someone that you know that's actually in jail or a prison. But most of the time, this card is indicating that you've created a prison in your mind. And those prison bars in your mind are there. They're made out of fears. And so you're having a hard time making a decision. And fear is getting in the way of you being able to make a choice and stick with it and know that you're making the right choice because fear just keeps creeping in. So we clarify, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. So this can be indicating that someone from your past could be returning. Perhaps you desire to come back to the physical and material side of life as opposed to the spiritual. Maybe someone comes back into your life and this creates the mental prison because you don't know, do I want to take a chance or do I not? Is it worth it or is it not? But the Eight of Cups in reverse can also indicate that perhaps a new love interest could be arriving in your life quite soon, if not already. So you might be considering that option, but you may not be able to make a choice because of fear. Maybe you feel restricted in some way. But this can also indicate, that perhaps maybe you might make some new friends and that there are new possibilities around. You're ready to just simply enjoy life. You're ready to have fun. You want to be able to go and adventure and travel and, just hang out with a good friend, have a good time and not always feel so restricted. But yet we still have the fear here. And this can also indicate that perhaps you may go back to a situation that you abandoned, say, in the past. You could have walked away from a particular situation, a particular relationship, a certain person, and you may decide to go back to this person out of fear. Okay, for the near future, we have the Emperor in the reverse position. So, I'm not liking this energy, so I'm just going to be straightforward with this one. So, the Emperor in the reverse position, this can have many different meanings. But overall, the Emperor in reverse, first and foremost, this can be an authority type of figure in your life. This could also be, say, a father or a father type figure in your life. And since it's in the reverse, they could be a bit upset, or maybe they're wanting to control a situation. But overall, with the Emperor here, this can indicate someone who is a bit dictatorial. Someone who just simply cannot handle being pulled out of a power position. They want to keep the power and the control. They want to be able to control everything. And the moment that you let them see that they cannot control you, a very immature side can definitely rear its head. They fear losing the power and the control. This can also indicate some abusive type of conditions as well. Sometimes this can indicate, a bit of violence. When it comes to psychology, I'm sure if any of you have taken any type of psychology interest, I'm sure you've heard of the term fight or flight. The Emperor in reverse, he will always choose flight. He's a coward when he's in the reverse. When he's in the upright position, he will fight. In the reverse position, he's taken flight. The Emperor in reverse is someone who also does not want to take responsibility or accountability for anything that's gone wrong in their life. They want to constantly avoid it. They want to have excuses for every single thing that comes up and, that goes wrong in their life. They want to be able to have people to blame it on, life circumstances. Nothing is ever their fault. Like I said, I don't like this energy here. So, for some of you, you could be dealing with someone like this, okay? And this person would be very, very manipulative. This could be someone who is literally power hungry. This could be someone who would be willing to use you for your power. And then the moment that you lose power, or the moment that you experience difficulties in your own life, then you become of no more use to this type of person. And so they're going to hit the back door the moment you're not looking. Not the type of person that you want around in your life. This is not the best energy. Now, for a very few of you, and you'll know who you are, this can indicate that your father or a father type figure could be very, very ill. And you may have to potentially be involved where a power of attorney has to be done, because he's no longer in the mind frame to be able to make the proper decisions. And so this can be a really tough situation as well, but it may resonate with a couple of you, so I had to say it. But in general, this is the type of person that, is manipulative, controlling, someone they cannot stand to deal with people in authority, because they want to be an authority themselves, and they do not want to have anyone else try to tell them what to do, how to live, how to be. So you could be on either side of this, Scorpios. You could be the one behaving this way, or you could be on the receiving end of being treated this way. So we clarify, and we have the Page of Cups again. So, Page of Cups, messages, could be romantic ones, could be messages of, encouraging type messages, could be someone who wants to help, or this could be someone who comes in trying to offer love in a relationship and acting like they want to support you and encourage you, but really they could just be around to try to manipulate you and control the situation. Someone who would use you. Yeah. So this could be a situation that is taking place within a relationship. More likely a romantic relationship, but it could be a close friendship as well. And again, there can be a family relation here too. So, but the Emperor in reverse, they don't want to take responsibility for anything that's gone wrong in their life. Anything that's gone wrong in their life. Now, for a few of you, this could be indicating that perhaps a younger child in your life might be behaving in a way like this. They may be rebelling in a huge way, and you may be having a lot of problems with them. Maybe they're being manipulative. Maybe they're really lashing out at any type of authority that you try to present to them. They could be just lashing out. So that'll resonate with a few of you. And for those of you who may have a father or father type figure, father, grandfather, or an uncle, or just a father figure in general that might be ill, this could be you having to take power of attorney. You do so out of love, but they are unable to make the proper decisions. Because the Emperor in the reverse position is not making the right decisions. There's someone that wants the power. And so there could be someone that comes in, like I said, that may want to try to be in a relationship with you, or maybe someone tries to offer you some sort of help. And if someone tries to offer you some sort of help, you might want to pay attention because they could have some very hidden motivations. So you definitely want to take all of that into consideration. I know I've just spit a lot at you guys here. So again, this could be you on the receiving end or you on the giving end of this type of energy. I would hope that it's not you guys on the giving end of this energy, because this is not where we want to be. We want to be in the upright position. We want to be the ones who are in control. We are very much in control of our life. We are very much in control of our destiny. When it's in the reverse, it's a false sense of control. It's a form of control that is obtained through manipulating other people and the situation. And again, this is someone who's shirking responsibility. They want to blame everything and everyone for why everything's wrong in their life. So I can't imagine all Scorpios falling under that category. So be on the lookout for someone like this, because you don't want to deal with that. It just, I don't like it. Okay, so this would be the attitude position. And here we have the Hierophant in the reverse position. So yeah, my feeling is that some of you might be feeling this way, behaving this way. Don't shoot the messenger, or do, psychically attack me, whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'm Scorpio moon too. So I can understand where you're coming from somewhat. But, some people do need to just grow up and put their big girl or big boy underwears on and move along. We all got problems, but blaming everything and everyone for our problems, it just does not fix a damn thing in the long run. Okay? But like I said, for most of you, I feel like this is a situation where you're going to be experiencing someone come in that may try to manipulate you. Anywho, back to this. The Hierophant in reverse. This is someone who is non-traditional, unconventional, someone who is not willing to conform. So you may be taking on the attitude of a bit of a rebel. You might be having an attitude of, I am not taking any more shit. I'm not going to fall in line to what everyone else in society is doing. I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's okay. I rather enjoy this energy. Let's just make sure that we're not trying to escape accountability and responsibility. Okay? If you mess up, own that shit. Personal accountability, own that shit. And do what you can to fix it. Excuse my French, but I gotta say it. I gotta put it out there. If anybody can appreciate this, it's Scorpio. Well, you'll appreciate it or you'll hate me. But either way, it's okay. I love you anyway. Anyhow, a bit of a rebel attitude, but, I don't blame you guys. So, clarify, get the Death card. So, it's time for a change. And it's time for a change. And maybe you're just sick and tired of having to conform to what everybody else wants you to do. And maybe now you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to live for me. I'm going to do things for me and not for everyone else. Okay, so this is how other people would see you. Here we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, she's very analytical. And she definitely takes her time in making any type of decision because she wants to weigh the pros and the cons of each decision. She seems to operate more from the intellect and the logic rather than the emotion, which is quite different from Scorpio energy, as we're more emotional, more intuitive. And so she's operating more from the intellect. Queen of Swords, she also has a powerful weapon, and it's her tongue. So, yeah, she can definitely tear someone down verbally in a hot second, let me tell you. But, this could indicate that perhaps you could be dealing with someone that's like this. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or we could just be dealing with this particular type of energy. Under the swords element, air element. The air element signs, they tend to intellectualize the emotions rather than feel. Scorpios feel. Air is like intellectualize. Let's go to the logic. So she can come across as pretty brutal, especially if you're very emotional and sensitive. She can come across pretty brutal. Now, some people may look at you like you're coming across very brutal, seeing how this is how other people see you. So maybe you're using your tongue as a weapon. Now, to clarify, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse position. So this is about us going after a goal that we've got. And we put a lot of hard work into it. But then we just keep getting hit with obstacle after obstacle. And then boom, it's like a damn roadblock. And so we feel like we've invested so much time and energy and work into, something, could be a person, could be a project, could be, a situation, a job, whatever it may be. You feel like you put a lot into it, and yet you never seem to achieve the victory that you've been after. You're not able to fully obtain the goal that you had, that you were going after. And so this is how other people would be looking at you. Some people might be looking at you like you robbed yourself out of victory, or you're getting in your own way of victory. Now that hurts. Ouch. Okay, so this would be hopes and fears. So we have the Hanged Man in the reverse position. This is going through a huge change within. And then we still try to cling and hang on to our old image and who we used to be, because it's what we know and what's familiar. Even though you know that you've been through a huge change, you're not the same person that you used to be, but yet you still just try to hang on because it's what's familiar. Clarified by the Nine of Wands in reverse. So the Nine of Wands in reverse, this is someone who has been beat down emotionally, mentally, physically. They're just absolutely exhausted because they're constantly having to defend themselves, their family, their values, their beliefs, all of it. They feel like they have constantly had to battle, and they just are at a point where they cannot do it anymore. Sometimes this can be pushing ourselves past the point of exhaustion to where we end up becoming physically ill. So with these two combined, I'm going to automatically say that, yeah, that's a fear. I mean, for some, I feel that you may definitely want a change, but I don't see anybody wanting to still try to cling on to their past image. So let's just class this as a fear. Okay, so for the final outcome, we have justice. So that's pretty straightforward. Weighing things out, weighing the pros and the cons out, doing things the right way, receiving some justice. This could even be karmic justice. Funny thing, I clarify and I get the justice card again. So I'm like, wow, double dose of justice. So then I clarify again. And we get the Lover's card in the reverse position. So this to me would indicate that perhaps some of you are seeking justice because of a relationship that could have ended. This could have been a romantic relationship, most likely a romantic relationship or marriage, or it could have been a friendship, a platonic friendship. So either way, when the Lover's card is in reverse, they become divided. The give is not equal to the take anymore. Things are just not, working out. Not that they're impossible, but to me, the way this is working out is I feel that you guys may be experiencing some disharmony within a relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic. There's a disharmony. There's some unhappiness. And maybe you feel that the other person in the relationship has done you wrong and you desire justice or maybe a little bit of revenge, karma, whatever it may be for you. Now also, this can indicate someone that's seeking revenge too, so do be careful. It's okay to, want to see somebody get what they deserve, but you don't want to manipulate things. It's best to just leave it in the hands of the universe. That way your hands are clean and you don't accrue any bad karma. So yes, it definitely seems like you're seeking justice for something that occurred within a relationship. Maybe you want things to be equally divided. Maybe you're wanting a honorable assessment of your situation. Perhaps some of you will end up in court. Maybe some of you will be getting a divorce. For some of you, this could be indicating that you need to make a choice and that you need to use your intellect over your emotion. And this decision would definitely have the theme of justice to it. That which is right. But yes, I feel that definitely for most of you that there is some relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, and it's definitely out of balance. And for some of you, you seek the balance. Some of you want this balance to be restored. Some of you just want to be done with it, and you want the justice system to work the right way and in your favor and to be fair. And again, this can be about karma as well, so ouch. So, for the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Coins. So, this is wonderful for finances. This can definitely indicate that a new job opportunity could present itself, or be available to you. Perhaps some of you decide to go in a different direction career-wise. Maybe it's something new that you've not ever done and you're deciding to, shake things up a bit and do something different. And perhaps for some of you, this could be indicating that you're simply getting a new start, a new financial start. And well, that would be good. At least someone is definitely willing to help you with your situation. And maybe some of you are definitely seeking this justice because of the very trying situation that you were put in. Maybe someone put you out and they did so unfairly, and so you are definitely seeking justice. You want your fair share. You want things to be done the right way. Or maybe you want someone to get their karma. Okay. Anyhow, this is definitely a blessing on the end of finances. So some of you could be getting a job. Some of you could be potentially getting a promotion or a raise, possibly. And some of you may decide to start a side business or, a business in general. Maybe some of you have a hobby where you can make money off of it, so you may try to do that. Many different things, but overall this is about a new start financially. An opportunity will present itself. Okay, to clarify, we have the moon in the reverse position, so you do need to be aware of self-deceptions. Typically, under this type of influence, if you feel that someone is withholding the truth from you, it will be revealed. That is the upside. Now, sometimes there can be a bit of a sneaky element to the moon card in reverse, but the difference is with the moon card in reverse, the sneakiness would be on your part rather than someone else's. So, yeah, definitely take that into consideration. If you're not being sneaky, then maybe you could be falling prey to self-deception. You definitely want to see the situation as it really is. See the writing on the wall. Don't kid yourself about anything. Be willing to face yourself in the mirror and own your shit. Own it. Don't lie to yourself, okay? Yeah, so I mean, definitely don't lie to yourself about the opportunity. Don't make it something that it's not. Don't embellish it, okay? Don't exaggerate it. Slow but steady is best. Now, the moon card in reverse can also indicate that perhaps some of you could be dealing with some insomnia. So that can be pretty tough as well. Just throwing random things out here that I feel may resonate with you guys. Because typically, our emotions are a bit out of balance with the moon card in general, especially in the reverse position. So, because that's where we fall prey to self-deception. But again, there is still a bright side. If you feel that someone's kept the truth from you, it will be revealed. It will absolutely get revealed. And maybe for some of you, it does get revealed. And maybe you just might make a profit from it. This can go many different ways. So, okay. Love Oracle cards. These are for the single Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Risings. So, for the first one, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So, some of you were not single and now you are. I could see that. Yeah, some of you were definitely separated here recently over the last month, 2-3 months. It'd be fresh. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Yeah, because there is a possibility that someone could return to you from your past. And definitely be careful of the person that returns to you. If someone does come back to you from the past, make sure they're not, trying to pull one over on you. Make sure they're not trying to manipulate you or use you for what they can get. That type of thing. But at the same time, you don't want to let fear control you either. You got to get a grip on that fear. But yes, heart-to-heart conversations. So for some of you, there's definitely somebody that's coming in or that's already around you and that you're interested in, and you guys may have been exchanging some conversations, some intimate conversations, and considering the possibilities. Oh, okay. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, yeah. There can also be codependency issues with relationships. Some people don't like to be alone, so they literally hop from relationship to relationship. But this can also be straightforward in saying that perhaps there could be a codependency issue upon alcohol or recreational type of drugs. And that no doubt would definitely create a problem for your romantic life and for any aspect of your life if you have an addiction like this. If you do have an addiction like this, please do seek out help. There are many programs that will help. You just need to voice that you want the help. Okay, so these love oracle cards will be for the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs that are in a relationship or married. Passion. Hey, Scorpio, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So, yeah, a lot of the married or in a relationship Scorpios are definitely focused on the passion. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. So this could be about your children. Perhaps if you're with someone that had children through another person and, now you've combined families. Sometimes this can indicate that, there might be a little bit of a difficulty with transition. Yeah. But overall, it's nothing that is life-shattering. It can be worked through. It can just indicate that there's a little bit of a tough period, for maybe some of the children. And, maybe they're having a hard time getting along with your children, or maybe they're having a hard time, getting past, their mom or dad not being together and the fact that they've moved on. It can be an emotional thing for children. So Ugh, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So, yeah, for some of you, there's definitely a relationship break that's coming or that's already happened, and it was much needed. And there could be some of you that are still in the situation, and perhaps they're manipulating you and not telling you the full truth because they're going to take you for everything they can get until you're down on your luck. And the moment you get down on your luck, boom, they're gone. But do be careful. Ugh. I know this went all over the place this month, Scorpio. Whew. Okay. I love you guys, and I want you guys to really stay strong. Don't let any type of fear paralyze you. You are so much stronger. You have great inner strength in you, and you need to rely on that inner strength. Don't let the fear get you. You're strong. So much stronger than the fear. Oh, so have faith that everything will work out, because it will work out. Justice, it's going to work out in your favor, okay? So just have faith. Have faith. Okay. I love you guys. I will talk to you next month. And I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. Talk to you next month.